Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to this 25 to strong total body workout with dumbbells. Today we are going to be using heavier weights to work the upper body, the lower body, and your core. And we are going to be using also a mat or a soft surface. So something that you feel comfortable coming down onto your back, coming down onto your forearms, for example. And we're going to go ahead and get right into it with some squats. So we're gonna start standing, feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, toes are turned out just slightly. We're gonna bend at the hip, bend at the knee, send your butt back, and then come up to stand. Down, up, down, up. All right, now we're gonna change up the arms a little bit here, right? We wanna warm up the shoulders as well. So you're gonna take your arms in front of you, and as you stand, we're gonna open up, down and open, down and open. There we go. 5, last 4, we're gonna hold it up to stand. 3, last 2, last 1, hold it up to stand, and just give me some arm flaps. There we go. All right, so we're gonna work total body today. We have 3 circuits. First circuit's lower body, second circuit, upper body, third circuit, upper and lower body, and in each circuit, we're gonna finish it with a little core challenge. That's the plan. Turning to the side, bring your fingertips behind your head, elbows wide, shoulders relaxed. Feet are about hip width apart parallel. You're gonna soften your knees. Give me a deadlift, hinging at the, or not a deadlift, pardon, a hip hinge. Hinging at the hip here, torso goes forward. Squeeze your butt to stand, and then a calf raise. Hinge, stand, calf raise. 2 more. Last one like this. Hold it in that hinge, bring your arms down, and now we're gonna warm up those arms again. So you're gonna take your arms overhead, you're gonna take them to a 45, and then you're gonna take them to the side. Overhead, 45, to the side. Nice. All right, in 5, 4, we're gonna come up to stand. 3, 2, last one to the side, come up to stand, walk to one side of your mat. We're gonna finish with some walkouts. So chin to chest, roll down, walk it out. At the bottom, you're gonna give me 2 knee pulls. In, and then walk those hands back up to stand. Down, knee, knee, and walk back up to stand. There we go, let's do 2 more. 1, 2, last one, we hold it down. 1, 2. Now step that right foot outside of your right pinky, reach your right arm up to the ceiling, and we're gonna do some big arm sweeps with that right arm back and down. Same thing other side, in 3, in 2. Last one, same thing other side, step your left foot outside of your left pinky, reach your left arm to the ceiling, and now arm sweeps. Down, to the hip, to the floor. 5, 4, we find that plank one more time. 3, 2, find that plank one more time. Lift your hips, downward dog. Just pedal through your feet. Keep pedaling through your feet as you walk your hands back towards those feet. Find your forward fold, soften the knees. Shake your head, yes, no, back to yes. Let's end positively. And then exhale, roll yourself up one bone at a time. All right, we are gonna go ahead and get started with that first circuit. What we're gonna see in each of those 3 circuits are 3 exercises. We're gonna do 2 rounds per circuit, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And then once we've gone through those 2 rounds, each of the circuits, as I mentioned before, is gonna have a core challenge or a core finisher for 30 seconds, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and start off with a goblet squat. Lower body series, I think I'm gonna be using a little bit of my heavier weights, so I'm grabbing one of my very heaviest weights. Come to stand at the middle of your mat, feet are wider than hip width apart, turn your toes out slightly, and then rack that weight in the middle of the chest. You're gonna bend at the knee, bend at the hips, send your butt back and down, push through your heels to stand. In 3, 2, 40 seconds on, goblet squat. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Now, in the warm up, things get a little chaotic, right? We're warming up, we're getting the body ready. Once we get into this strength exercise, I want you to slow your pace down a little bit. Really taking your time in each direction. so you can focus on the quality of the exercise over the quantity of reps that you do. Less than 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and stand. All right, next exercise is gonna be alternating reverse lunges. I'm gonna hold both of my heavy weights, one on either side. We step the left foot back, stand up, step the right foot back, stand up, all right? Grab your weights, get ready to move in 3, 2, here we go. Puff up your chest. When you step back, you wanna take a far enough step back that when both of your knees bend, your front knee stays over the front ankle and your back knee is under your back hip. I would say mostly people tend to step back too far. If you're stepping back so far that you can't really bend your back knee or that your lower back is having to arch, just reevaluate that form. Don't step back quite so far with the back leg. 4, 3, 2, and stand. All right, last exercise of circuit 1 is going to be a deadlift. Weights are gonna be in those hands. I'm gonna stay heavy. Feet are hip width apart, parallel, soften the knees. You hinge forward, flat back, forward fold. Squeeze the glutes, press through your heels to stand. We go in 3, 2, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, press through those heels to rise. Good, and I'm a real loud breather. When I work out, you should be too. Good, try not to hyperextend at the top here. So you come up, you push yourself through the floor just to stand. I don't need you to pop your hips further forward because that just puts like a little too much pressure on your lower back. There we go. Squeezing those booties, squeezing those butt cheeks like 2 big juicy lemons. 3, 2, last one. All right, I'm gonna drop one weight, keeping one for our goblet squat, goblet squat, simple enough. 10 seconds. 8, last 6, last 3, 2, here we go. Down and up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. There we go. Now, if this is not quite heavy enough, your goblet squat, or you just wanna mix it up, you can do both, or not both, you can do 2 weights, one in each hand, with those arms tracking outside of your thighs. I'm not really there yet, so for me, goblet squat is my preferred. 10 seconds, dropping those hips low, pushing through the heels to rise. 4, oh yeah, 3, 2, and release. All right, grabbing both weights, or you can stay with one weight, still holding it goblet style. We're gonna go for those alternating reverse lunges. 10 seconds, then we're there. This is your last little bit of this circuit. 2 more exercises to go. 3, 2, stepping back and pushing through. When you come up to stand, try to push more through your front heel as opposed to through your back toes. Down, up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Nice. Good, easy to drop your chin here. See if you can look forward instead of down at your feet. Right, looking at the horizon. Less than 10 seconds. Ooh, lost my balance a little bit. 3, 2, last one. All right, I'm gonna drop my weights just for the recovery. We're gonna go off into that deadlift to finish. Hugging the weights close to your body, coming up to stand. Here as well, you can take the arms a little wider if you're feeling back pain. Closer to the outer thigh. 3, 2, let me show you like this. So my legs, or not my legs, my weights are gliding just in front of my thighs. If I was having a lot of lower back pain, my first step would be to take the weights closer to my outer thigh. If that didn't quite take care of it, that means I'm holding too heavy of weights. So either drop down to one weight, or if you have lots of options in weights, go ahead and grab A lighter set. Less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, ooh, all right. So that is it for circuit number 1, your lower body only circuit. We're gonna get into that core exercise now, which is gonna be a body weight squat to twist. Taking your hands behind your head, you're gonna find a squat, stand, and then twist to the opposite knee. We go in 3, 2, here we go. Squat, twist, squat, twist. Now, this is also a chance to get your heart rate up a little bit. So, if that's also something you're going for, increase the tempo. If you wanna go a little slower, a little bit more controlled, you do that. Less than 10 seconds. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. 3, 2, last 1. All right, grab some water. I'll set you up for circuit 2. Circuit 2, we are gonna isolate your upper body, starting with a row, clean, press. Working the back, working the shoulders. So we're gonna go for that hinge. You're gonna be one narrow row, pulling the elbows back, reaching them forward. You're gonna clean the weights up to your shoulders, and then press the weights overhead into that overhead shoulder press. And we're gonna do palms facing in, all right? I'm gonna show you one time with the weights. I'm gonna go heavy again, let's just see. So one row, clean the weights up to the chest, and press those arms overhead. 3, 2, here we go, 40 seconds on. One row, one clean, one press. Back to focusing on control, right? Don't want you to be doing too much pace work here. It's not about the speed, it's really about the form. Now, when I clean, I'm using my feet here, using my lower body a little bit, pressing through the heel, through the ball of the foot rather, to come up. 3, 2, let's do one more row for good measure. There we go. All right, move number 2 is going to be a bicep curl to a half fly. I'm gonna use my lightest weights here because of that half fly. So what it looks like, we curl to 90, lift out to the side, lower, straighten. We go in 4, 3, 2, curl, lift, lower, straighten, curl, lift, lower, straighten. Now, I'm going a little bit faster with these lighter weights for me. If you have heavier weights, you're gonna go a little bit slower. There we go. Soften your knees, keep your abdominals in. Just lifting those elbows up to shoulder height. Less than 10. 4, 3, 2, last curl. All right, last exercise is gonna be a chest fly to a skull crusher. I'm actually gonna stay with the same weights, and I'm gonna lay down on my back at a bit of a diagonal so that I have space. Your chest fly, you're gonna open your arms out to the side, straighten them back up, hold, and then bend your elbows to 90 degrees and extend. We'll take off in, let's do 10 seconds, give you a little extra time to get down to the mat with your weights. It could be that I'm cutting out of the screen a little bit. This is the best I can do. I don't have a lot of space. 4, chest fly. 3, 2, and I didn't want to do a chest press because I wanted it to be more fun. All right. You can always alternate it out here if it's a little bit too heavy. And bend. Nice. Straighten. Good. 15 seconds. And then we're back to our row, clean, overhead press. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. All right, going back to that row, clean, overhead press. We'll just leave those weights where they are. We got 20 seconds, and then we're gonna go for it. Row, clean the weights, overhead press. 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Hinge, row, clean the weights to the chest, and press overhead. Nice. Ooh, making all kinds of noises here. This is hard work. We got 10 seconds left, a little bit more, 13 seconds. Oh yeah, feel your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, we're gonna go for that hammer curl to half shoulder fly. So just bent elbow, shoulder fly out to the side. In 8, in 6, I'm grabbing those weights. 4, 3, 2, curl, lift, lower, straighten. Curl, lift, lower, straighten. Oh yeah. Nice, good control. 20 seconds. Ooh. You can do one arm at a time. When things get a little heavy, things are certainly feeling heavy for me. I'm glad I chose these lighter weights, let me tell you. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Coming on down. Whew. We're gonna go for that chest fly to skull crusher. I'm gonna lay down again in my funny position. Maybe you lose my head. I promise you're not losing me. 4, 3, 2, straighten those arms overhead. You open those arms wide, 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 like you're hugging the whole earth. Squeeze your arms together straight. Bend your elbows, keep your elbows stable. Straighten those arms. Open. All right. After this, we're gonna stay on the mat. We're gonna get into our core exercise, where we're gonna find a forearm plank to start. 15 seconds before we find our final circuit. So you are way past that halfway point. You should be feeling good. You should be feeling worked. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let those weights go. Get them out of the way. All right, we're gonna find a forearm plank next. So that means your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your legs are long behind you. Widen your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And now we're gonna tap out in front of us. Now I have my weight right here, so I'm actually gonna reach for my weight, but you can also just reach for the floor. Kneeling is wonderful, being on the toes is wonderful. I want you to focus on hip stability. We go in 3, 2, find that plank. Tap, tap. Hip stability. So I'm not rocking my hips side to side. Whew. Feel my shoulders still. Also, of course, feeling those abs. Oh yeah. Who doesn't love a plank? Planks are the best. So effective, 10 seconds. And then we get into that total body circuit. 4, 3, 2, and release. All right, total body circuit. Roll those shoulders back a couple times. First exercise is gonna be a sumo squat with a bicep curl. So we're gonna go for a hammer curl once again. Legs are much wider than your hips, heels in, toes out. You're gonna hold one weight in each hand. You find your sumo squat, torso stays upright. You give me one curl, and then push through your heels to stand. I'm gonna grab a little bit of water. We go in 10 seconds. Whatever weights you wanna use for curls, I'm gonna stick with my 5s. 4, 3, 2, here we go. Down, curl, lengthen, stand. Down, curl, lengthen, stand. Nice. Try not to swing the weights. We're keeping control over both those arms. Whew. Thinking about your lower body. Knees are pressing wide towards your pinky toes. 10 seconds. Whew. 5, 4, 3, 2, and stand. All right, up next, we're gonna go for a lunge with an alternating front raise. So, one weight in each hand. I'm gonna step my left foot back, same arm as the leg that steps back. It's gonna go for front raise. Lower the arm, stand. Step the other leg back, front raise, lower, and stand. Here we go. Let's take off in 7 seconds. 4, left foot back, 3, 2, step your left foot back. Left foot back, lift, lower, stand. Right foot back. You're going as slow as you need to maintain that proper form. There we go. Good. Here as well, not swinging the weights. You're not leaning back. If one weight is too easy, you're gonna do both weights. So if one weight is too easy, again, you can do both weights at the same time, just like that. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and stand. All right, move number 3. Whew. It's going to be a deadlift. We've seen this before. A deadlift, hip hinge, right? And this time you're gonna go for a wide row. Elbows pull wide, straighten, stand. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, hip hinge, wide row, stand, down, wide row, stand. When you stand, push through those heels. Up. There we go. All right, 15 seconds. Woo. Nice. Less than 10. Feel the back working between the shoulder blades. Hamstrings, glutes, yes. 3, 2, one more wide row. All right, now, back to the beginning. We're gonna go for that sumo squat with a hammer curl. 10 seconds, I'm gonna grab some water. 4, grab those weights. 3, 2, find your sumo, curl, stand, curl, stand. There we go. All right. I'm not used to working total body with heavy weights, to be honest with you. I probably haven't done this since I was living in Berlin a couple of years ago, and I was teaching this cycling course that was a 30-minute indoor cycling and then 15-minute strength. 3, 2, woo! What I can tell you is, it is effective. Maybe I should be bringing this back into my routine. I usually isolate upper body, isolate lower body, but certainly there is something to be said about doing them both with those weights. 25 minutes, we're working so hard. 4, reverse lunge with a front raise. 3, 2, left foot steps back, left arm raises, stand, lunge, right weight, lower. I would love to know, what do you think about these heavier weighted videos? Because they're pretty new to my channel, and I of course love filming them, but I know that it's a little bit of a departure. And so if you've been going on this heavy weighted journey with me, I'd love to hear. 3, 2, and stand. All right, last little bit for circuit number 3. Final exercise of circuit 3 before that core finisher. We have our deadlift with our wide row. 10 seconds. Whew. Grab those weights. We're gonna go in 3, 2, hinge, hinge. Wide row, straighten, push through the heels. There you go. Woo. Anyway, so yeah, if working out with me in these last heavier dumbbell workouts has been sort of your first experience with heavy weights, certainly I want to hear about it. Let me know. How's it going? You know, as you age, strength and power, those are like the first things to go. So you want to be able to lift heavy as you get older. 3, 2, last, wide row. And that was certainly the impetus for me. All right, we are gonna finish with our final core exercise. Laying on your back completely, my gift to you. We're gonna go for a double leg stretch. So you're gonna pull your knees in towards your chest, lift your chest towards those thighs. You inhale, reach your arms and legs long. Exhale, pull everything into the center. You can also do one leg at a time. We go in 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Out, in. Inhale out, exhale in. Inhale out, exhale in. If you have neck tension, you can bring your hands behind the head and do the same thing. Reach, pull, reach, pull. Oh yeah. We got a 10-second hold coming up. We're gonna straighten those legs and arms. In 8, we'll go for a hollow hold. 6, in 3, 2, straighten the legs, straighten those arms, just hold for 10, for 9, good, for 8, lower the legs a little bit more if you can, for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 3, release. Oh, lower the head down, you can stir those knees around, one direction, stir them around another direction. Oh. And then go ahead and wrap your arms around those legs. We're gonna rock and roll ourselves first to seated, and then we're gonna come up and over those legs to our tabletop position for a cat-cow. Arching your back, lift your chin, lift your chest. Rounding your back, gazing at your thighs. One more inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Back to center, step your right foot forward, drop your hips down, releasing the back hip flexors. You can stay here, or if you want a little bit more intensity, I'm gonna sweep that right arm back and grab onto my left foot, pull the heel to the butt, and then try to square off that right shoulder towards the floor as best you can. Releasing the quads on that left side. Good, gently release that left foot down. You're gonna come up to a half kneeling position. Sweep your right arm overhead, grab onto that right elbow, releasing your triceps. Good, finally we're gonna extend the right leg, toes to the ceiling, and you're gonna grow really long, really tall as you fold forward. Going only as far forward as you can maintain that long spine. Maybe you can take your hands to the floor. I can't with that long spine, so I'm gonna stay upright. There we go. Nice, and I will just switch sides. So left foot outside of left hand. Drop those hips down. Stay here if you want, or reach that left arm back for the right toes. Pull the right foot towards your butt, and then square off your left shoulder towards the ground. Good to stretch, good to work, good to stretch. Giving that full body workout, full body release. Gently release your right toes to the floor. We're gonna come up to that half kneeling position. This time left arm sweeps back, grab onto that left elbow. Releasing your left arm, finally stretch your left leg, get as tall as you can in your spine. Hinge at the hips, feeling the hamstrings release. I'm gonna stay upright. You can always drop down further if you prefer. One more big inhale. On the exhale, bend your left knee. You're gonna plant that left foot down, tuck your right toes under, power through your right foot to stand, and give yourselves a very well-deserved round of applause. You are always showing up and giving it your best on the mat, and I appreciate that. If you like this workout, then I'm gonna go ahead and link you to some of my other heavy dumbbell workouts. You have the equipment out, might as well use it if you want a little bit more. If you are feeling done for the day, I don't blame you. This was a great total body workout. Then I'm gonna link you to my stretch playlist in case you want a little bit more release. And if you like this workout in general, you just wanna see a little bit more from me, then you can subscribe to my channel. It's Emily's Line Fitness, and I would love to have you there. Thank you for making the time, and I will see you next time on the mat.